Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Houston Cougars. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense will get the first possession of the game. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him, excited.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a great way to start this game. And one of the reasons this defense has been one of the most dominant units all season long, they can get pressure on the quarterback with guys like that. They've got better athletes than you've got up front, and you saw it early in this game today.
Got room at the 35. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Right down the middle. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. And the Mountaineers line it up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be danged, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Houston's offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team.
Starts to scramble to the left. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Cougars are on the move. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Finds his tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Here comes the offense on second down. Gonna run it. It's Need. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Trying to find his man on first down. Gets rid of it. The sure hands. It's Wilson. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Second down coming up. Give to the running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runs. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They'll run play action. That's caught. It's Brave. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that. After the misfire, now on second down. He wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. It's Brave. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3. The Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. Bully ball on third and short. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He leaves it with his back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He's going to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely wrong.
Ball is at the 41 as his defense tries to force the punt on third and long. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Quick strike complete. Fakes his man out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the ball is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a play by the safety. Really good understanding. Like, listen, if I'm going to sit back and I'm going to play cover two and I'm a free safety, I'm free to go get that thing. But I got to see the...
Looking to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This offense has a second down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you. When you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. After that last of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Mountaineers have this offense rolling.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And they have converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but this one a third and long. Gets it out quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Coming after it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Fires left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Houston will be forced to punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Bray. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Working that left side. Open space at the 25. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They'll throw it on first down. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll try the run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw. It's been very evenly played through 2 quarters. Both teams have been physical. Both teams have battled there in the trenches. Neither has been perfect, but they're both right there in this game. And it's kind of the calm before the storm. Each side sort of licking their wounds right now, but expect another fight in a phone booth in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Mountaineers will kick it away first, and we'll start in the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he
fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. They're bringing heat. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for it all. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. They take the lead with the 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Moffitt. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watch the film. They watch this offense go up and down the field. This QB threw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the first half. Here they are in the second half doing a nice job defending the deep ball.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his head.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
They'll go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo. And off from the shotgun. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that first down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clock, so good job by the offense finding a little bit of space to get the first down.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. He caught it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. They'll try to power it in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in, and down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And man, this offense was sitting in such good position. I like the play call. I like being aggressive, but if you don't have something open right away, throw that football into the ground. Don't take a sack and now back yourself up and make it hard.
Trying to make their way to the promised land on 3rd and goal. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lateral.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Running back searching for a hole. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Give him 88 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Mountaineers headed quickly to the line. Movement here from the tight end. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll keep it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
This option rushing attack stresses a defense in so many different ways. That's already their 2nd rushing touchdown using the option.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Houston offense comes onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catch inside the 25. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. To the ground with the back. Shakes off the defender. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over, and you saw it on that play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets one fly deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes a move. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The Mountaineers in the hurry up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on second down. Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Houston will be forced to punt.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on third down. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Catch is made at the 15. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense gets to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Here we go. Third down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. Looking deep. He's got it all right. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Houston getting set, looking at first and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on third down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Line gets set, first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pulls it in, it's Fox. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a deep man. Another incompletion on third down. The Mountaineers will punt this one away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. Just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Snagged in the middle. It's York. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Score is deadlocked, and the clock is winding down. He's going to look for a man on third and short. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No return. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He's going to pass on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Farmer. It's a fumble. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. They'll throw it on first down. At midfield, he's got room. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. From the 47-yard line on first and 10. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. They're trying to get to him. That quarterback was doing his best. Houdini escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to him. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
So here comes our first play of overtime. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Caught over the middle. It's York. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And now on second down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. On the run, it's White. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Fox. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The official says no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, the kicker's 0 for 3 right now in this football game, and we're going to find out just how mentally tough he is. We've got some football still to be played. They're going to need him, but he needs to get right in his mind. He's got to find somehow, some way to get his confidence back.